Mainoo Mount Fernandes, Manchester United injury news and return dates ahead of Porto clash. The latest Manchester United news, as Erik Ten Hag has some injury concerns ahead of the second Europa League clash of the season. Manchester United have some injury concerns heading into this week's Europa League clash against Porto as they look to bounce back from a disappointing weekend in the Premier League. United fell to a 3-0 home defeat against Tottenham on Sunday, increasing talk over the future of manager Erik Ten Hag. Despite pressure increasing on the Dutchman, United have opted to stick with him for now, ahead of what could be a defining week. The team make the journey to Portugal to face Portugal giant on Thursday, in what is their second Europa League clash of the season. United were held to a 1-1 draw by FC Twente last week in their first match. The good news for Ten Hag is that he will be able to call on Bruno Fernandes despite his red card against Tottenham at the weekend. The midfielder faces a 3-match suspension, but they will be served in the Premier League, meaning he'll be available for selection against FC Porto. For a couple of others, it could be more of a waiting game. Here's a look at the latest from the United injury room. Kobbie Mainoo injury, hamstring. It was reported on Monday that the midfielder was due to undergo a scan to assess the severity of a hamstring injury picked up in the first half against Tottenham. What Ten Hag has said, I have to find out, but of course when a player is coming off before half-time already, then there are some concerns, potential return date unknown. Mason Mount injury, head wound. Mount came on as a replacement for Mainoo in the first half, but had to be substituted himself in the closing stages after sustaining a cut to his head, after he posted a message on Instagram saying the injury was just a scratch. What Ten Hag has said, I have seen how Mason came off. He was bleeding, so it's clear there are some problems there, and we have to see how they recover in the coming days. Potential return date, vs FC Porto Thursday, 3rd October. Harry Maguire, injury, knock. Maguire was left out of the squad for the clash against Tottenham after picking up a knock in training during preparations for the game. Potential return date, unknown. Luke Shaw, injury, calf. What Ten Hag has said, I think it's probably before the break, but I can't say I'm 100% sure. The plan is just to be back before, but as I say, I can't say this 100% for sure. It could also be shortly after the break. Potential return date, vs Aston Villa Sunday 6th October. Tyrell Malacia, injury, knee. What Ten Hag has said, Tyrell is now in a good place. But he is not here because I only took players who could play games or be available for team training. He is not that far off, but he is now in a progress situation. I think it would be possible for him to be available in 2 months. Potential return date vs Brentford Saturday 19th October. Lenny Yoro, injury, ankle. What Ten Hag has said, yes, he is doing very well. It is very pleasing that his rehab is going in the right direction, and I expect him soon, but what I mean by soon is that he is now in the right planning process. He is in the right spot, and he will return as soon as possible into the squad, and then the team training. Potential return date, Sunday 24th November.